There you go. By the way, you may notice that I'm not using my model is because of this game. I know is going to be a bit of a struggle with my system. It seems to be a struggle with most people's systems I've seen play it or try to play it. That I kind of just decided that I was yeah, just gonna do what I do with like Helldivers, just to cut down on like the resources. To be honest, like today I wasn't sure what I wanted to like stream, and I was kind of there going like, well, I've been enjoying Dune, and I just thought, yeah, I'll do the Dunes, and I'll do, I guess, however it works out. Because also, like, I was in the middle of like, I've got like a bunch of stuff I need to edit, and I need to go through it, and I'm like, there just being really lazy with it. Also, for some reason, like my NVIDIA broadcast was like acting up a little bit when I just started. So another thing, so on the coin thing that I've been working on, like the doing like the exclamation mark chip, to get like a chip coin and an exclamation mark coin to see a balance. It's still not working, but it has improved. It's done where for some reason it was doing the number as an O, has now actually changed to a zero. It's just that it's not counting upwards. And I was like trying to search up to be like, I feel like it's not really made for the user. Like, of how is it going to store the like people's street, like people's like coins and stuff. And I was just like told, no, no, don't worry. Does it basically use it, so it's fine. Uh, so like this part is not working. I think it did daily part of the streamer bot stuff, but I'm trying to work that out as like time goes by. Just need to test out this weapon. I may just want to do it because like my weapon that I did have is starting to die. I can make a new one. To be honest, I wouldn't get nearly as far as I did if WoW didn't help me with some items. It's like Boker asked about like if Waraham could help her transfer items so then she can make her base. But the thing is, like, when she wanted them to, like they're in Slay the Spire.
Reveal yourself. Kill them all. Need to reload.
I got a shield. So they're going like, yeah. The thing in this game is I'm not good at melee sort of combat, and even then, to be honest, like I'm not used to this. Like this is supposed to be like a shotgun, but I don't really like it. I liked the last weapon I had more. I'm kind of regretting like changing my weapon now. Which is, I don't think this is actually a story mission after like talking to WoW, and also I'm stuck. I probably should look. I need to look up like how to make more like weapons. Like when it comes to in combat in this, I'm not the best. I was like shocked yesterday when I saw like carrying bodies into his like thing. It's like I've changed the sword just recently as well, which doesn't help. Probably kind of just killed himself. The thing is, like, I'm at this point where like some enemies don't have shields, where others do. Normally me trying to fight these people does not go smoothly. Also, yeah, if I was using the sand bike, I'm not sure how far I would actually get in this game, because it's like the fact that you can lose everything when the worm gets you, and it's like when you open up the map and you see these like different like spots, right? Okay, it's like it's hard to tell as well if like is this uh what it's called? There's like two things it can be. It can either be quicksand or this other stuff where like if you're on it, the worms will uh be able to like touch you. You know, no space. It's just like uh playing this game isn't actually like that bad. I actually didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I have. There's like new things also I'm finding out because like Boca had some items where so I got now it's this thing like I I could have sworn I saw it use it as a weapon, but all it does for me is it just seems to drain power uh and stuff. I don't know if there's a way to make it do it, or if like there's like a mode thing, or like however that works. I could have sworn I saw her using a scythe thing as a weapon. Or at least like on a hot bar, it was like near the front. I don't know if she like aligns it how I do, where I've got like kind of I've also got something on my screen. I kind of have like sword, gun, heals. Then I have like the mining and blood thing, followed by building the scythe and the thing. Actually, there's also be a good time to do some turn into like morning in the process of me doing this. Basically, one of the things, well, there's a few things I want, and something I don't know if it's just story, like, locked and stuff. I should probably check the helicopter thing, because it did have a sandstorm. But the thing is with this, if this fucking dies, I'm so stuffed. Let's get some welding thing, we'll fix that up slightly. Yeah, it doesn't help, also I don't have I can't make the replacement parts on things that are getting fucked in it. So I'm there kind of like, when it dies, I don't know what I do from there. Let's repair what I can. Because like, that's pretty fucked. And that's pretty fucked. I asked like Ham like how you'd fix that, and then she said you can't do anything about the red bar. The red bar is just like, you know, if the red bar goes, it's just gone. Because like I was kind of hoping that like my base would have just some natural protection against the sandstorm, but it's not really enclosed, so it doesn't have. This thing can be kind of glitchy. that. Pretty sure that's not a story mission, is it? I think I unlocked it quite. I was like, I got these points, and I can't. Like, I got 29 points for research, and it's like, there's no point in me make. I don't think there's a point of me making the level 2 cutter. It's like the one I got seems to work. Uh, Technically, like the static compactor would be useful, but the thing is, like, I'm currently getting like it more the painful way of getting the silicon sand of uh just killing people and taking it that way. Because like I got the option of getting like the sand bike update like upgrades and stuff, but I don't really want to do that. Um, do that. And also switch my gun to something I'm more happy with. Oh, I still have my inventory. Actually happy that is like easily repaired. Oh god, that's like getting pretty damaged too. At some point though, I do need to upgrade my actual outfit. I've unlocked like the some more outfit stuff. So that seems okay. I don't need to repair every single thing. What I will do is go in infantry and we're going to switch the guns. Much prefer that gun anyway. And now I'm just going to quickly... I know some things that's going to happen with me doing this. It's going to like take out some of my infantry bits I want to keep. You got some good and bad news. Could it have anything to do with if you're going to school or not, or... I don't know if it is like, if the good and bad news is that you either do have school or you have to do school at home. We'll switch these ones around. My friend and I played War Thunder yesterday. Oh yeah. Oh, is the bad news is that he's going to be like too addicted to it, or like the thing also I was going to tell you I have added War Thunder into my like library. So the thing is like on Steam. Explosive. It's just wait. So in War Thunder, if you actually attack someone's like ammo crates, does it actually use that as an explosive? That's actually kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit of like Sniper Elite. I got like 3, 4, and 5, I believe, and it's like I've only actually played 3. Not really the story too much, but I've like played it a little bit. Where like you can kind of shoot parts of vehicles to expose more like flammable parts. Because like from my experience with like Sniper Elite 3, you could like for example shoot parts of like vehicles, and I think there's a tank at one point where you could shoot like a part of it off to cause it to explode. But I don't know how realistic it was with like how they have it. Look at the 4th trial. I'm just gonna at the top of this. Like I know there's like a trial thing in here, I went over that way for a trial thing, and it said that it's already been destroyed. I was curious about what happens. Okay, so it just increases fuel consumption when you get higher. Please stop falling. I haven't got a backup. The thing is, like, I was like hoping kind of to play it with you, just because obviously I don't know too much about the game. So like, when I do have it, like I tried to do it like on a weekend. The only thing is like I can't 100% like guarantee with how work goes, but I tried to. So hi BB, I'm just a Duuuuning. I was like really stuck on what to play today, and I was like, I had Dune up, but I was playing it yesterday. So I ended up just going like, I guess I'll Dune. Also, I'm actually like, I'm supposed to go to the 4th trial. I'm not too sure where exactly that is. I think the trials are linked to the purple caves or something on the map. Oh, Frankie! WWW! I would probably play more tanks. I'm kind of slow in general, so I'd probably like choose like kind of like a turtle tank if I had to choose. Like, yeah, some kind of tank like that, just because I feel like that would be like my best chance of like kind of go with how my brain works. Did have okay, so this is the 4th trial. I had like when I went to this before, it said to me like not yet, and I was like, okay. I'm kind of surprised though, like if you go to them in the wrong order, it literally goes like, no, sorry, wrong one. Also, Frankie, how did it go for the rest of your stream before? I ended up like starting to fall asleep, so I ended up heading off. It's like when it comes to that, you'd think like airplanes would probably have like an advantage over like tanks in the case of like the air's priority, I'd imagine. Like in general, because like they're gonna probably be a lot quicker than a tank's gonna be. But at the same time, though, it's like yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. At least like Frank, you find games like I've never like heard of before, and I think that's just good. Like my knowledge of like certain games, right, is like whatever I grew up with. Yeah, I can understand that. Like getting like a bit of like a stiff, like stiff, even like neck back or yeah. Again, also I'm sometimes wondering if that's just me aging.
Are as blades of grass mown down. Do you understand, Wally?
I also do wonder, Shred, like of how well it is actually like spotting enemies. But like, the two ways I can imagine myself playing is either playing in the sense of like hiding, uh, sort of like in a bush or something, and then kind of like just shooting them as a tank. Or I could imagine being like one that can just like take a lot of hits. Yeah, because I'm not fully sure of how it works.
Our God gave us the gift of time and the
Just give me a
words of the
knife.
Kitan Alibar. Knowledge without action
Oh god.
is empty. Be like Kaifa.
Am I like gonna be fighting multiple people? Oh god. Hello. See, the problem is with me in sword fights is I'm not really that great at fighting against more than one person. Luckily, I don't have a health bar in this, so I can't, like, die, I assume.
Are wondering we came to Seleucus Secundus. It was a place devoid of gods. Where the drum
I did find it funny when, Bogo was saying before about how it'd be one-sided if me and her would have, like, all-out war. And, like, they're going, like, I got to this point where I have to fight shit enemies. So I think it'll, like, make me a bit better at it. Not to mention now I actually have shields. So like if she tried to use like a gun on me, it would be like less effective. I do wish though in this game that like guns did more.
fire of God mount over thy heart. The fire of God set alight. Thine enemies shall fall.
I kind of hope also, I don't know if it has modes where you can fight against certain countries, but I'd really love to fight against the French. Oh. What does this like Z do? Oh, so I've got like some new abilities or something. Oh. God. I didn't realize I could do this sort of stuff. And I don't really like the buttons. It's literally like X. Oh, hello. Like, I'm not a fan of like the button placement on there. If it's Z to activate it, but I need to work out on like the times for the bots. Yeah, I don't like the button placement on that. I do wonder sometimes about like if it would be better to play this game, you know, like on controller. But I've already learned like a lot of the buttons.
How do we honor the Creator? We fight. Remember Seleucus Secundus. Be like Haifa.
Enemies, the most tanks get solid shots, which means it's hard to get kills. I do when I take one of the fastest vehicles and just perform a hit and run. And like vehicles is so. Like I do like the idea of like kind of doing something like guerrilla sort of combat, just like kind of hitting and then running. Like it's a pretty valid like strategy. Okay, so I still got a knife. So am I fighting someone? Just I don't understand like what kind of placement of the buttons. It's X, C, Q.
The fire of God set alight. How do we honor the Creator? We fight. Remember Seleucus Secundus. Be like Haifa.
Ooh. Destruction. The thing is, like, I almost there's like a very thin line between me streaming and me falling back asleep. I know it's not like a good thing, but it's just like I like almost fell asleep. I know my sleep schedule would be horrible. I can't even sure to like wake myself up. Normally I have like drinks and stuff that will keep me awake if I need to. I've actually run out of drinks. I didn't hit and run. The thing is, like, if it's like part of the game, it only makes sense for it to be like, you know, the thing is, like, in war, is there really rules? Like, well, so some might argue that there's rules, but I feel like at the end, it's kind of like whoever wins is more likely the one who gets to dictate that. Like, for example, like with World War Two, at the end of the war, and you had like everyone was put like a massive like sort of trial. It's kind of like at that point, it's the victors dictating what happens to the losers. So like there was yeah, yeah. But I imagine that happens with like all war in some sense of like the word. There is also something I'm kind of curious. I know it's really off topic, but without my microphone plugs into its shock mount, I'm actually wondering if I could attach it sideways, and then basically, from the looks of it, like I could. I know this is a really weird thing to point out. You now experience effects of spice. Consuming spice or being exposed to spice fields allows you to progress further. Allows you to access the bird ability, reduces the ability, cooldown, and increases damage dealt. Also grants immunity to poison effects. I don't know how often I would like have to use it. I think I would have to think about it. After experience where you can't consume spice, your tolerance spice also increases, making it more difficult to reach. See, like the thing, I don't see WoW or like Ham using that typically. I'm like, I don't know how often that actually, like, I don't know how that works. Just like the way my brain basically be like this. Rules in War, but in War Thunder. Well, I mean, it's like, for example, like, yeah, you get stuff like when it comes to in like IRL stuff, not involving like anything current. Cause I'm trying to like dodge the, like the political things on stream. If I can help it, then I am a little bit political, in my opinions. But when it comes to like in war, for example, like something I learned recently is like it's a war crime to like target, for example, like energy resources like for civilians or something. It was like and like for example like I think it was like when I was searched up, it was like talked about like hitting, for example, like uh sort of like yeah, it was something along those lines. It was something to do about like structural stuff that basically involves civilians or something like that. But at the same time, they were like, I understand like why someone might do that, just because if it's like they know it's going to get used and abused, is like what my brain says to me. I think it's up this way. I need to go. I want to go back to the helicopter. I don't want to leave it up here. Like when it comes to like War Thunder, though, like I imagine just like any strategy would work as long as like, for example, like I imagine you don't want to put your teammates out. Like imagine like in War Thunder, it's better if like you were to die than to like okay, cause like sort of two or so your like people to die, like your like teammates. Because I got like an ability that's supposed to be like, when I'm in, like, if I'm floating in the air, I have apparently better damage or something I do when shooting, or like causing damage. And it's like, it's cool and all, but like, it's not easy to like stay floating in the air. Because like, when we look at some craft something, oh, it's the knife I was just using, I guess. Worm tooth. I don't know where you get a worm tooth at. Crafting a tomb would die into the sandworm can be used to craft Okay, so I'm assuming this is like when you die to a sandworm, you kind of gain one of these, and you could use that. Okay. I was kind of surprised because I actually died from the worm once so far, and the worm basically ate me. I saw a god that was like, "Oh, I'll give you this one chance, to like redeem yourself, and I will give you back your vehicle." And that vehicle, I ran into like quicksand, and now it's gone. Also, I've not seen like spice sand, and I've also like not seen a mosquito, a mouse, a mouse like corpse. Mears, Mouse. I don't know. Also, okay. So I'm worried that like I was getting like hot because of the temperature. I've gone like AFK in this game a few times and then just like like almost died of like the height, the temp. Also, I do need to go down. I don't know how WoW and that like suddenly go fast, but I don't know if it's because of like the engine on this is pretty fucked. Yeah, like I can't imagine like how people travel this game without one of these, especially with like the worm. Like, I can travel a distance with it, but it's the case of like it seems like you need to be like aware of where the worm is coming from when it's coming for you to even have a chance to dodge it. Okay, let's look at the fifth trial. Question though is like, how do you find out which one's the fifth trial now? Like, for example, do I go here now for the fifth trial? Is it that one? Or is it this one? Like that one's a hidden test. I guess I can like travel to them. I need to get like vehicle stuff though, so I can actually like use the vehicles. Well, I've gone to this one. I've gone to this one. Question is it this one I'm going to? I guess next. Could that be? I think the closest one to me. But again, that one's not too far away from the uh sort of the anvil. So I can imagine it being there, and it's because also another thing is I haven't really got like a concept on like what level you need to be in certain areas. Like here, it's like piss easy to kill things. There's like rarely anything has a shield. Here, it's like anything with a knife has a shield, and then like minigun sort of people. Also, you may have noticed that I made my thing transparent. That's just in case like I was covering over something. Let's probably get myself some fuel. Well, so Frankie, I don't know if you can still hear me, but I was going to say, like, you mentioned about how you had a note that's going to be for Liz, and I was kind of curious, is it going to be like an El Florida sort of thing, or is it going to be something like that? And like, what other kind of, you said you're getting 5 emotes to start with, so I was kind of curious about what the five, like, what kind of like ones you're going for, like a shock, a high, a raid, a yeah, there was like quite a lot of emotes, but I know like, well, from my understand, you need to unlock like have more subs, isn't it, to like unlock more emotes. I think I saw something about that, like something about sub points. I have 14 of these. I don't know if I want 14. But I do want like 10. Right now I'm using like the more expensive health kits and I could do with something better. A little blood. Deposit all water. Deposit all water. It's actually gonna do a container. There you go, and then E. Actually forgot, I came in here to like make myself well, say that I know I got car batteries. Or the vehicle batteries. There's that one. I think I have more. I'm assuming I'm picking these up from loot and stuff. But I'm not actively like making these. There you go, 100. When I was like kind of my first sand bike, I didn't realize like that's how the batteries worked. Like it sort of takes out the charge and stuff. I was like thinking that the way it worked was like it just placed the whole battery in there, and then like depending how charged up your battery was. Also, I should probably actually grab like the some health kits. These are 2s. The thing is, I think I got the 4s on there. Yeah. Because we're going to put that in there. I do want to use this and then... those. I'll drop off some iron ore and this and this and that there and... Because like originally I just thought if anything killed me, it would just take like my I'd drop it on death, and I found out it's literally only if the worms kill you. Like I don't know about if it's like with players, like what happens to that. If I go over here to like this cave, assume that's the one it wants me to go to. And if not, I'll go down to the one that's like near the other location. Also, I've got a probe on me, so if I need to, I can try that out in a new area to see if there's a cave or something. Also, I found it funny that like when Boca was playing, she mentioned that she was gonna like put a base like practically where my one was. Again, like I literally made my base by just going in a straight line. So like, I didn't even think it was like the biggest land mass in the area or anything. I just did there because I was like, I don't want to go through more sand. Also, I was starting to think that like if it's white smoke, it's quicksand, and then I realized no, that's also where the like flower sand is. I forgot there's enemies. Oh, I've realised I also dropped off my ammo. Before I wasn't stuck. This has been like a constant thing with Dune. Yeah, I think I'm literally gonna have to like take them out the more painful way. Because of, I forgot that it was gonna take away my there you go, I have some shots now. But I love this weapon a lot more. And then sword, might need to. It's actually going better than like last time I remember being here. Yeah, it's just like I remember being here, and then I remember like, it saying to me about how it's already been destroyed or something. And no, it's just not here. It was like this thing here.
Another altar destroyed by the Emperor's zealous dogs. So much wasted in the pursuit of this pogrom. So much lost. This altar
Then it makes me
seems
think
to
like,
take
if it's
friends being
not there, I
separated
need to
from their
go.
families. And
Then I guess I got to
I can
go
only
to this
decipher
one.
a few words. Slave cribs, Hajj, and oddly enough, the name of a planet, Bela Tikise.
I assume it's there. I imagine like they wouldn't be like massively apart. Like, it doesn't make sense to me like why you would do that game-wise. Yeah, if you want them to like progressively explore the map, you wouldn't have it so they have to go like to the opposite side of the map to like get the next one. I've like left the zone once by mistake, but then I went to fly somewhere and it's like, oh sorry, you aren't able to do that. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if there's like a secret cave or something in that. Now, like the smart move would be technically drive to my base, pick up ammo, or something like that. I should be able to just make the. Okay, I haven't got the stuff to. Come on. I think I can just make it on hand. Shouldn't I could just quickly grab some metal scrap and just make it? No, there's a green and red thing at the top right there, or at the top middle. I'm not too sure what that means. I also don't understand what vulture like means. Cause all it seems to do is just make my cat like thing go like slowly down. I guess it's like kind of following my thing. I don't understand it. Let's get some ammo so I can actually shoot. I didn't hit the right click button there. Or the left click button. That shit reminds me. I think this weird, like, I'm not impressed anything there, right? I'm like, there was like, was it my mouse is fucked or something? But I had like where I was crafting one of the guns in here, and as I turned to my right, it just started shooting. I took my hand off the mouse and was like, what the fuck? Luckily the ammo is really cheap, but like, yeah. I was like pretty pissed. I was like there just like, sort of like, wait, is my thing fucked? Let's change that out. Just have a solid 1,000. I hope I'm like some like I've got replacement mouse. So I think like 2 of them. But I was like, hoping I don't have to like have this mouse to go. Then again, like most mouses I got are like literally super cheap ones. I feel like this one I got for like £12 off eBay. You know, quality of yeah. The thing is like you don't always have to buy like the newest like thing. Or like newest like equipment stuff. Like, yeah, unless you're playing like a game that really requires it, and even then it's like I feel like you can adjust in most cases. So when you see people get like, for example, like 120 hertz monitors, then it's like when they play an FPS, then they have like a few extra like yeah, or like I keep forgetting what it was called. I remember like I used to like look up for stuff like it. It was like to do about response times from my mice's like mouses. It was just like what was it was DPS. I can't remember what it was. Could be actually. I don't know. It's been a long time. Me old. Me can't remember. So I don't know if the enemies here are above my level or not. I'm assuming they probably are. All I know is I don't want to park my like vehicle on a place I know it's going to get damaged. Here's a. So that's a actual thing there. Oh, I think I've seen Waga down there. I think he had one of his bases around here. But I think this is like a PvP zone. Or was it near a PvP zone? Can't remember. So I could have sworn my thing was here. But does that like actually move based off like me moving? Like I literally had it on the screen that it won't like PvE. Hopefully I'm going into somewhere I can actually handle. That looks like what I'm looking for. There you go. That reminds me of when I was like watching like it was like this like clips of people on like well, I literally said the name for Florida. It was like these clips from Florida where like um, there's like tour boats that were showing tourism, tourists, these like alligator sort of things, but the alligators are kind of like learnt to like kind of like learnt to go for these like certain things to like they're gonna get fed. Obviously, you don't want to be like feeding alligators, Ira. So my guy's just getting some of that into his beard. It's getting spicy. I've been trying to like go through the story in this game, by the way, as quick as I can. Because like I wanted to catch up to where like Choir and Ham were. I think Ham's actually catched up to the current part of the story. Uh, and I think Wham probably has as well. In Flo. Oh, is that there's like a shorts thing on like Instagram and like TikTok I keep seeing, and it's like this guy who's just like goes around like the Everglades and he's just like, oh look at this adorable snake, and he'll like pick up like a python, uh, and then it's like if not he's just like grabbing like toads and like look I have like 3 toads in my hat. Or like there was like one I saw where like he flashed a light at this like a bit of like swampy water, right? And you can see the reflections uh, from like a bunch of alligators, and he like dips his like bare feet in there and just like splashing his foot there. Like you're not getting to taste me today. I mean, it's like me personally, I probably wouldn't get anywhere close to places that I know like there's like a creature that could just kill me. It is kind of like I was watching with Outdoor Boys. They went to this bit in Australia, and it was like with a tribe of people, right? And like the way the tribe of people tested if there was an alligator or a crocodile in there, was they threw some stuff into like the water to see if it would like spook off something that was like waiting in there, and they didn't. So it didn't scare anything. So then like a few of them just like went in to like there's like sort of river, and then just started like washing themselves and playing in the water. And I'm like they're going like I don't know if I would like for example in England, right? I can go into the river and know I'm like 99% chance I'm not gonna get hurt by anything. There's nothing really in the water. There's like been odd stories in the UK about there being like bull sharks that have gotten into like the river. I think it's bull sharks, so it was like some sort of shark, and like that attacking people. But like those are super, super, super rare. Like we get more about like water bacteria, probably more about like water bacteria, uh, that like just destroys people's brains than we do about sharks in like our rivers. Like there's no alligators here. There's no crocodiles. There's and it's like, especially where like some of the rivers are like quite shallow, you're like guaranteed not to see a shark. So you're there going like, okay, well, yeah, I don't have to worry about going in, like into like the worst thing going to river where I live is like maybe there's some stones there, and then I see like in like Florida and in like Australia like videos of people just jumping into like big bodies of water, and I'm like, you would not catch me doing that ever. Like I saw this one thing where it was like someone like who lives in Florida is like lives like right up against like I don't know if it's a stream or if it's like a river, uh, and it's just like he literally saw he has like a little puppy that was like barking at the end of his thing, Uh, and basically he just like looks down and there's like something trying to like eat his puppy, and he just like gets a stick and like pokes it and goes, "Oi, away, get lost." And I'm like, they're going like, yeah. So if that was me, I'd grab the puppy or the dog, whatever, and I'll just take them indoors. And like the thing is, I found out that apparently crocodiles can climb up fences as well. And I'm like, wait, those things can fucking climb? Excuse a fucking me, what? I was like, they're going, wait, so wait. Even if you like put up a fence to be like, haha, you can't get into my garden now, it could be like, nah, I'm in there. And in fact, you could end up sort of more trapping it into your garden if it can't get out. So then you'd be like, okay, well, that's not fun. So I saw like videos of like people having like crocodiles in their swimming pools in Florida as well, and I'm like, they're going like, Jesus, like, yeah. Because also I don't know how it is for you, Strider. The thing is like, when I think of stuff like bears and stuff, or like, I guess like with, cause I also don't know how far down moose go. Like I don't know if moose are just like in like Canada and like Alaska, or how far they extend down. Uh, I don't think they. I don't think you'd find a moose in New York. So I don't know if it would be the same with Michigan or. Uh, oh, so you do have like mooses. Ooh, sorry, sun's at my door.